Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. And we're trying something out tonight. Our first live streaming event of the GT7 game, the Radical Racing Series, where they're taking, I don't know anything about these cars. I guess them cars are called Radicals or something. Oh, don't see. Old habits. I went and touched the keyboard, didn't I? Right, so we've got Barry Twins out there. He looks like he's the fastest man so far. We're around Goodwood for 3 races. Let me try and get to the deets of this one. I'm petrified. I am absolutely... I don't know how this is going to go at all with GT7. It's the first time we're going to try and do a live one. There's Alpha Nut. These are light little racing cars here at Goodwood's. And Shafty is with us. Jokus has joined. He was with us already. Turtle is out there in his... Are they? I didn't tell you the name of the car. So anyway, here are the details. A special one-off event. 3 sprint races around Goodwood Motor Circuit. The Radical SR3 on racing hard tyres. It's got a PP of 587.86 performance points, that is, with 239 brake horsepower and 775 kilograms in weight. We'll have free practice and qualifying. We'll begin immediately, so please observe the normal etiquette as soon as you enter the circuit. 10-second countdown for race 1 will begin at 8:15 sharp, which is around about 3 minutes away. Each race will begin at the stated time of day setting in the info below. Question marks denotes a random weather setting. There will be no need to reset lobby settings during this event, so the room will remain open throughout. Drivers are free to set new qualifying times in the gap between racers, or choose to start nearer the back by not setting a time. So the bop is on, tuning is off, fuel and tyre wear is at ×1. And they have to race on hard tyres. It's going to be 12 laps each race with a grid start and questionable weather. But I don't think there's wet weather is on at Goodwood, so it'll just get darker and cloudier. So let's see who we've got involved then. Looks like Jokers is having trouble. I keep seeing him joining the room. Talleyrand is out there. I believe he is the host of this one-off championship. Shafty's just gone in there with a faster time of 1:20.3 as we head up to the end of this free practice / qualifying session. Talleyrand pushing. He's on round lap at the moment. Turtle in the green and orange Radical SR3, did it say? Alpha Nut in a nice red 44. Matt Psycho, yes, we can see him. He's in the orange and black Jägermeister liveried car number 16. We've got Jokus in a Ferrari livery. Homesick Alien, we saw he was driving the JPS. He won a championship in that JPS yesterday. And again, the sponsor carrying on into this one-off event with him in the Radical. We see him make his way around Goodwood's. It's very fast. Oh, in the chat we have chat. I haven't even thought of the chat. I was so busy keeping an eye on these things. Skyjacker saying good evening, and Jim saying good luck tonight thingy. Should be interesting using GT7. Yeah, we'll see. Talleyrand saying evening thingy, and Barry Twin saying hello thingy. You're starting to be a regular resident in my home. Happy to have you as my guest. Cheers, mate. Oh, thanks, man. That's very kind. It's nice here, I like it. So Homesick Alien looks like he's going to try and have a practice start. This is a pure treat for us. Oh wow, it gets off the line like a rocket, doesn't it, eh? Wowzers. So these little radicals, it's going to be a fun little fight, I think. Talleyrand saying 3 minutes and telling everyone good luck. Well, I might have missed that because... Oh, bless you, thank you. My dinner's just turned up, so there might be some muting. and Halford has left the room the wrong time. I think we were just about to start. It seems a bit weird when you go to the pits. They all seem to overlap each other. Haven't even seen Noxie out on the track yet, have we? Or I'm not sure about Koikarp. And there we go. The race, I believe, is starting. So Joker's left just at the wrong time. Turtle on pole ahead of Shafty, with Matt Psycho third place, Homesick Alien fourth fastest, Noxie fifth, Barry Twin sixth, Talaran seventh, Koikarp eighth. Oh, and Alpha Nut saying he had to go. And here we go. They're off. A bit of a slow start there, it looks like, for Turtle, and Shafty has got himself up there in the lead ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien coming through from that second row to come up into second place, and Matt Psycho following him through in third place. That means Barry Twins now is in fourth, and Turtle dropped down to fifth. Turtle starts not so hot. Talaran sitting in sixth, just ahead of Noxie seventh. Jokus is in eighth place with Koikarp in ninth, but it's this man here, the American Shafty, has taken the lead, and Homesick Alien under a great battle with Matt Psycho at the moment. Matt Psycho giving it his all in third place. 12 laps here at Goodwoods. The weather should be changeable. And AJ in the chat saying good luck everyone, should be fun this one. Was looking forward to taking part until my wheel catastrophe today or something. So Matt Psycho slipping back away from the Alien a little bit, and further back Turtle moving up ahead. Someone's dropped to was Turtle in fourth? I thought he was he dropped back to fifth. Where's Barry Twins? Oh, Barry Twins must have made a mistake. He's 11 seconds behind the pack now, and that's moved Turtle up into fourth, and he's not too far behind Matt Psycho. So Turtle coming back at the leaders. Talaran there in fifth, a little further back from a Turtle with Noxie. 9/10 behind Talaran. Are we getting lap times now as well? This is awesome stuff. So Shafty leads the pack. It's not a great camera angle there, but Shafty at the moment leads with Homesick Alien chasing him down. 5/10 between them, and Homesick Alien, these radicals, rather rapid as they make their way around Goodwoods, and they're in the mirror of Homesick Alien. You can see Matt Psycho looming large, wanting to get by Homesick Alien. And Shafty's made a small mistake. Shafty making a mistake there, he's had an off, and Homesick Alien now leads this race with Matt Psycho in second place. Turtle moving up into a podium position, but he's got Talaran 7/10 behind him, chasing him down. Noxie there is in fifth place. God, those things are horrible, the penalty line things. With Koikarp now, he's moved up into sixth ahead of Jokus, who is not too far behind Koi. Shafty dropping down to eighth after leading this race, and Barry Twins is gained a little bit on Shafty, who's 11 seconds behind the pack. Homesick Alien then leads for 2.2 seconds on Matt Psycho. Turtle is in the mix, and so is Talaran's, and this is cracking here between second, third and fourth spot as they close in, and it looks like Talaran trying to get the move done on hi Talaran. Hidden messages. I don't know, I just noticed hi Ryan, that's really cool, thanks Talaran, that's awesome. So Talaran racing Turtle there, not quite getting by him, and Matt Psycho pulling away as they battle. That is awesome, Talaran, well done. You got me nice. So oh, that's fantastic. You can barely see it on his livery as well. He had to know I'd go on that camera angle. So Noxie there in fifth place, trying to close up on Talaran, but Talaran looks, I thought he was going for a move on Turtle again then. Oh, they're hanging it out, aren't they? Turtle's gone wide, Talaran's coming on through. Turtle's getting back on track, and Talaran now takes third place from Turtle. Turtle hanging his car out to dry there, as wide as he could possibly go. Noxie in fifth place, closing in on the Dutchman. Then Koikarp, a great strong race from the back here. He's moved up 2-3 places as Koikarp. in his monster liveried Radical, ahead of Joker's red liveried Ferrari style Radical, and Shafty catching him up. Shafty going for a move. He's alongside him. We're on lap 4 of 12 at the moment, and Shafty is trying to get one on Joker, sorry, as Coy runs away from him. Shafty unable to get it to work for him at the moment. Switching to another angle for him to take a run into this slowish right-hand corner. Get a good run out of this one. And it's quite fast right afterwards. Joker's going out wide, and it looks like Shafty's going for the move. As they come up to the penalty line, Joker's still ahead of Shafty. Shafty still unable to get by a Joker's at this point. We're on lap 4 of 12. And they are on rails in these cars. Look at them going around the corners, absolutely on the edge of all grip. Going through the chicane, it looks like Shafty had a little knock with it. Quickart trying to catch them boys up. Noxie pulling away from him, 4 seconds behind Turtle. Turtle's had a massive off though. Turtle's had a huge off. Talleyrand pulling away, and now Turtle's dropped down to 5th because Noxie's got ahead. And that battle we were watching between Jokers and Shafty, they've caught up with Turtle. Jokers is through, Shafty's through, and Turtle just trying to get. We know he's had a few wheel problems, hasn't he? So maybe his wheels playing him up. But Quickart now 7 seconds behind Turtle, so Quickart must have had an issue as well on that last lap, because he's dropped back some, as has Barry Twins. Holmes Galen getting a wiggle on there, and Matt Psycho having a massive one as well. The weather must be changing out there. It must be getting colder. The grip just not there for these guys. They're throwing it off. We know that the weather was interchangeable. It wasn't going to be rain, but it was definitely going to change. And maybe it's gotten a lot colder out there. They're not getting the grip that they wanted. We saw Koikarp's had an off, and so has Turtle, who's now down behind Koikarp. So Koikarp did catch Turtle up in the end. And then two are going to battle it out. Matt Psycho, after his off, though, he's got to chase after Talleyrand. And Homesick Alien, some 6.5 seconds ahead of these guys at this point in the race. We're halfway. We're on a lap 6 of 12. And Talleyrand up into second place, but again, same similar place as Matt Psycho, and Matt Psycho's through, Noxie's through, so Shafty on a comeback. Look at him, from the lead to the back, up into 4th spot. And Noxie now in a podium position, chasing down Matt Psycho. And they're struggling to keep these cars on the road. And it's got to be the temperature plummeting, it surely is. But Homesick Alien doing a fine job. We saw he had a wiggle on just before Matt Psycho went off, so he's having to alter. The lap times are slowing down a little bit. Noxie in 3rd, Shafty 4th. We've got Talleyrand in 5th place, Jokus in 6th, with Koikarp now in 7th, pulling away from Turtle in 8th, Barry Twins in 9th. And I think it is, as the clouds are setting in, it's getting very overcast out there, and I think they're running out of grip. And that's like a huge job to do, and Noxie chasing them down. If we get on board with Shafty as he tries to close up with them. I'm going to mute this and have a bite of my sausage sandwich. So Turtle seems to be struggling there. I think he's lost another position to Jokers as he spins around. And lovely recovery though, look at that, little 360, and he's on his way, but Koikart is catching him up rather swiftly. And it looks like Koikart is going to go for a move pretty soon on Turtle. Though Turtle recovering quite nicely, getting on the move as well. Jokers then up into 6th place now, 6.7 seconds behind Talleyrand. Talleyrand some 7.3 seconds behind Shafty. Shafty doing a 19.5 that last time around. When other people are struggling with grip out there, Shafty seems to be doing absolutely fine. Noxie in the 20s, 20.7 last time around. Very consistent, isn't it? Look, the last 3 laps are 20.7s. He's 7/10 up on his own time. He's under a bit of pressure from Shafty chasing him down. He's found himself up into 3rd place. Great stuff for Noxie, a great drive. But Shafty is starting to catch him up rather swiftly. Homesick Alien still leads from Matt Psycho. We've had an absolutely topsy-turvy race with people throwing these radicals off. And this yellow flag, who's this? It's yellow flags up ahead. Homesick or Matt Psycho? Matt Psycho's on track, so... Oh, it must be someone further down then. Oh, Barry Twins, I think. Yes, it's Barry Twins, sorry to alarm you all. So Koikart still chasing down Turtle. And they're coming across Barry Twins, who's trying to get back on track. And Koi is off as well. They are really struggling for grip out there. Turtle then getting away. Jokers, he's closing up to Jokers at the moment. Talleyrand, 7.5 seconds. Noxie's lost the place to Shafty. Shafty absolutely flying at the moment. He's some 6 seconds behind Matt Psycho, who's got the fastest lap of the race so far with a 1:18.542. He's got that distance down to Homesick Alien to 3.2 seconds. It was 6 seconds at one point. Homesick Alien staying in the 20s, doing just enough to bring this bad boy home. He's on lap 10 now, only 2 more laps to go. Does another 20.3. Matt Psycho at 19.5, so Matt Psycho definitely closing in on the Alien as the race draws to an end. Shafty up into a podium position ahead of Noxie, but Noxie's not giving away. He is chasing down Shafty for that position. And in the chat we have Pat saying, must have learned to recover from spins from watching me. Of course, a few in my time, yes. Noxie there trying to close in on Shafty, only 7/10 between them. And the scenery looks absolutely glorious here at Goodwood for this one-off race. Is that Matt Psycho they're catching up on? Is that Matt? It is Matt Psycho. My word, what has happened to Matt Psycho in that race? Matt Psycho obviously pushing so hard to chase after 2nd place, and now Shafty's gone into 2nd place, and Noxie is fighting him for a podium. Homesick Alien still cracking on with his 20.8 there. He's 7.8 seconds ahead of Shafty as he starts lap 11. And Matt Psycho in 30, hasn't dropped as far as Noxie. But lovely little battle there. 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Talleyrand some 7.5 seconds behind those guys. And he's 11 seconds ahead of Jokers, who's got Turtle. Oh, Jokers has had a massive off. Jokers has had a massive off. Turtle's through. Turtle is through. Unbelievable stuff there. So Turtle gets up ahead of Jokers after Jokers having a small off. And now Jokers, it's his job to chase down as it looks gloomy out there at the moment. And there you go, his grip is just 0 for Jokers as he clambers back onto the track. He's 22 seconds ahead of Koikart at the moment. He's losing more time, he's had another off. Oh my word. Jokers not having a good time of it in these last few laps. Koikart will be pleased to see that. He'll be closing up on Jokers to try and get that position away from him, and Barry Twins think he's a lap down. I think he pulled off the track to let them all through. Homesick Alien then comes across the line to start his final lap. The JPS team getting excited in the pit lane. And this is historic, the first live stream of GT7 for the Virtual Racers Club. And Homesick Alien looks to be the man to take the win. Shafty in second spot with Matt Psycho third. And Noxie fourth, but Noxie looks to be giving Matt Psycho a run for his money up into the final run up to the line. He's keeping him close by. Noxie, can he find a little move to get the podium from Matt Psycho? Ooh, hanging that Radical right out to the edge of the Goodwood track. And Matt Psycho not looking too comfortable at the moment in the car. I don't know what I'm doing that for, sorry. It's been annoying you all. So Homesick Alien, where is he? He's still got... No, he's coming up to the final part of the track. So car 77 brings her around up into the chicane. And there he goes to take the win this evening. Great driving from Homesick Alien. Shafty brings it home in second place, just ahead of Matt Psycho. Well done. Matt Psycho in third place. Take a boo, my son. Noxie cuts the line in fourth. Talaran comes home in fifth place. And Turtle grabs sixth in the end. He's had an adventure in that Radical today as he slams her around the final corner into the chicane. And he can claim himself a lovely sixth spot in this first race of 3 in the Radicals around Goodwood. There you go, Turtle in 6th. Joker's coming around to claim 7th in the end. And Barry's crossed the line for 9th. Joker's in 7th there in the Ferrari liveried Radical, with Koikart not that far behind him in the end to cross the line in his monster liveried Radical. So it was Homesick Alien today, though, that had the momentum. Oh, do we get some sort of fancy thing afterwards? This looks cool. Something new? No? Oh, it's got their numbers, has it? I know Homesick Alien's not car number 1, though, but Matt Psycho is car number 16, so they may have been correct numbers to the car numbers. It's interesting. So how long does this last for? Some nice fancy shots of Goodwood. Oh yeah, look at that shot. Now you're up. And here we are in the helicopter above Goodwood. You can see the pit lanes. That's fancy. I'm not sure what that is. Teleporter. Some sort of... It's something to do with Homesick Alien, I imagine. Part of his mothership. It's probably the landing port for the alien. There's the watchtower. This is weird. I don't know what I'm meant to do. Well, it sounds to me like they're out on track, so maybe I have to exit. But I like the shots. Very nice. Very chilled. So, let's go back to the track. Oh dear, you're going to have to see all the options and stuff. But at least there, before, we've not had the lap times in the replay, so at least live, we know, I don't know if I should just have their online IDs. So it's Web Smurfer rather than Shafty. I don't know. Nicknames? Why not? So, Matt Psycho out there. Prepping up for the second race. That is one lovely little sausage sandwich. Thank you, my love. And it looks like there was a spare sausage that didn't fit in the sandwich. I don't know when they're going to go racing again. He said in the brief that they'll have time to go out and do a lap or two. I don't think I'm going to have time for a fag, so I suppose I'll just hang about and see what happens. And you can listen to me eat my sausage. I might have to mute the mic though and shout at my son to come and put the rabbit away before the foxes come out. Oh yeah. So that's Matt Psycho going around. Jokers as well. And they're all moaning a little bit about lagginess out there, affecting their racing. But it's a new game. It's not a solid lobby yet. You can tell it's not as cleaned up as GT Sports lobbies have been. But they weren't perfect in the beginning. So Polly Baloney, it's got a little way to go yet before we get these. Oh dear, that was stressful. Yeah, we've got a little way yet until these lobbies are perfect. So Shafty then, he looked very fast in that first race. Very fast indeed. He's got a good opportunity for a win. Matt Psycho looks like he's got a good win in him. Home Segalian's already taken the win. Talleyrand looks at pace, so did Noxie. It's anyone's game. Turtle as well. So, yeah, anyone's game out there at the moment. And I don't know how long it is until we're going racing again. But I'm going to quickly hopefully be back before the race. See you soon. So here we go again, getting ourselves, I keep pressing the keyboard on that force of habit, getting ourselves ready for race 2 in the Radicals on GT7. Gran Turismo 7, we're getting a good look at it live streaming. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's a bit jarring when you're jumping through the cars. It is easier on the keyboard, pressing the button and such what. But it is what it is. So their qualifying is this practice. They'll go into that race again, another 12 laps. Racing here, Turtle. You saw, did he start on pole last time? Oh, yeah, he was on the front row, wasn't he? So this time out, though, Matt Psycho looks to have got that pole. Noxie and Talleyrand in the pits with Barry Twins. Unsure of where their times are. Homesick Alien. It's yet to set a time, it looks like. Quick up. Also, he's just set himself a time, third fastest in this session. Shafty, he's gone second fastest, stayed out on track, out the way. Matt Psycho, though, getting purples, already fastest of the session. And good luck's come up, so it looks like we will be going in a minute. It is 8:45, and that is the time. Talleyrand said we will be going. Shafty waiting. And there you go, we're going into the race. See, I don't get a 10-second countdown, do I? That's odd. So Matt Psycho is on pole. Get off the table, Cat. Matt Psycho's on pole ahead of the American Shafty. Web Smurfer. Koi Carp third. Barry fourth. Jokus is in fifth with Turtle sixth. Homesick seventh. Talleyrand eighth. I'm not sure who's ninth. Noxie, I guess. Noxie didn't go out for a drive. Jokus making a good start there. And it looks like Coy was a little slow off the line. Was he? Yes. Coy slipped back into fifth place behind Jokus. Barry Twins off to a good start. So Shafty. Moving on up into Matt Psycho's business. Then we have Koi Carp in fifth ahead of Homesick Alien. The winner from race 1 is in sixth ahead of Turtle in seventh. Talleyrand in eighth with Noxie in ninth place. But it's a battle up at the front. Shafty wants a piece of that. Matt Psycho ahead of him. And Matt Psycho, we saw great pace in that second race. And the weather is changeable. Oh, I saw in the rear view mirrors there, Barry Twins having an off. He's down there in fifth place. Turtle's gone one side of him. Noxie's another. Homesick Alien down there as well as Talleyrand. So it looks like a couple of people have had an off. Because Talleyrand right there, Barry Twins has had a slip up. He's dropped to the back. Homesick Alien now is in eighth place with Talleyrand up into seventh. Turtle sixth. Noxie, whom was at the back, is up into fifth, but Noxie's gone wide himself now. And Noxie, this must be the corner that they're all struggling with, and Noxie nearly spun into Homesick Alien's direction, and then he gets in Barry Twins' way. There's nothing you can do when you're in the chicane, poor Noxie. And there is Shafty. He's got past Matt Psycho whilst we were watching that battle further back. Shafty has managed to get through and past Matt Psycho. Can Matt Psycho bring the game back to Shafty? Jokus, third place, 6/10 behind them boys. With Koi Carp, it was a bad start, but he's up into fourth now. So he's doing a super job behind Jokus. With Turtle then in fifth place, 2 seconds adrift of that battle, and he's got Talleyrand closing in on him. And Talleyrand trying to find... Oh, it's going to just make me chuckle every time, this camera angle. So Talleyrand trying to gain that position back from Turtle. 9/10 down from him. There's a little jostling ahead. Is that Jokus and Koi Carp battling it out? It looks a little bit like it. There is a Jokus in third. Koi Carp just behind him. Looking to get the move done. Matt Psycho still chasing a Shafty around. Homesick Alien's up to seventh ahead of Noxie. And they're behind Talleyrand, who's sixth, who's chasing Turtle in fifth. These little radicals slipping through that chicane. Absolutely delicious. And it looks like Turtle very much catching up with Koi Carp out of the chicane. And there you go. Wow, just drove straight past him like he wasn't there. Unbelievable stuff there from Turtle. Great driving. How did he get through that chicane that quickly? And Talleyrand looks like he's gone wide here at Goodwood. Homesick Alien only 2 seconds behind him. Noxie having that bit of an off, and then spun into the chicane. He's 11 seconds behind Homesick, and he's got Barry Twins for company. Barry Twins having a look at the outside of him as he goes by, and he gets the move done. Great stuff. Shafty still leads this race. We're on lap 3 of 12, and Shafty is 1.7 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho, and Jocus and Turtle absolutely locked in it with Koi Carp as well involved. Homesick Alien is now ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand must be having a bit of a moment back there. There's Homesick Alien, nowhere near Talleyrand. Talleyrand must have had a huge off. Keep pressing the wrong button, sorry. But Talleyrand now 8 seconds, 9 seconds behind Homesick Alien, who's all on his own. He's 3 seconds behind Koi Carp. And then we've got this tasty little battle down from 2nd to 5th. With Koi Carp in 5th, Turtle 4th, Jocus in 3rd. Matt Psycho only just over a second ahead of those guys. He's 3.7 seconds down on Shafty. We saw Web Smurfer, or Shafty, he was very fast in that first race, but he threw it off, and the way he's sliding this Radical around these corners, looks like he might throw it off again. He's riding it on rails, is he? As he makes his way around, it's got to be said, a bit of a gloomy looking Goodwood at the moment. Very dark looking Goodwood. Matt Psycho then, he's 2.5 seconds ahead of Jocus. Turtle battling with Jocas there for that final podium position. Lap 4 of 12. We've got Koi Carp just behind us, and Homesick Alien catching up at a rate of knots as well. So they have to watch themselves, and it was Turtle was absolutely flying through that chicane last time. Pulls away from Koi Carp. He definitely can get through it a little faster than Koi. And he really is looking into... Whoa, Joker's really late on his brakes there. He's gone massively wide. Unbelievable. He's come back on track, but he's not going to have the momentum like Turtle has. He's still there, though, and behind them, they've got Koi Carp and Homesick Alien battling it out. Whatever is that angle? But Homesick Alien ahead of Koi now, with Noxie in 7th place, Barry Twins in 8th, and Talleyrand's dropped back even further. As Shafty 2.8 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho, but Matt Psycho getting the fastest lap in the race on lap 4 with a 1:18.622. Shafty's last one was a 1:19.7, so Matt Psycho definitely catching up the American now. Turtle in a podium position. Joker's dropping right out of it. He's down in 5th now with Homesick in 4th. Koi Carp in 6th. Very close racing here. Oh, hang on. Very close quarter racing here as Koi tries to get up the inside of Joker's. And he does. He completes the lap, and the Homesick Alien hanging his Radical out quite wide there as they go into the chicane, and Koi Carp closes right up on the Alien. Oh, and there's a yellow flag. There was a car at the side. That was Turtle. Turtle having an off. Oh, my words. And Turtle gets going again. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm overshooting the camera angles. So Turtle gets going again. He's 7 seconds ahead of Noxie in that 6th place. And what a battle we've got here. Barry, Noxie and Talleyrand all in very close quarters to each other as Shafty leads from Matt Psycho, Homesick Alien. And oh my lord, what's happened there? Barry Twins off. Barry Twins, it looks like, had an off there. He went wide, he did. And now it's Talleyrand and Noxie battling it out. And Noxie trying to fend off Talleyrand, the boss. But he's going to get the move done up the inside. And car 20, oh, he's sideways doing it though, but he keeps it together and somehow stays on the grey stuff. as he makes his way past Noxie. Turtle then we saw having a moment, losing that podium position he fought for. Jokus in 5th. Koikap now up into 4th place, chasing down Homesick Alien, who's now nearly 9.5 seconds behind Matt Psycho, who's right on the tail of Shafty. He really has caught Shafty up. Shafty doing a 21 that time around, and Matt Psycho still in the 19. So Matt Psycho hot on the tails of the American to try and gain himself a win in this GT7. It's not our first GT7 game. I have got a few lined up to do, but this is our first live streamed GT7 game race from the game. So Matt Psycho 5/10 behind Shafty at the moment. We've not had as many offs, I'd say, in this race. I think the changeable weather, obviously the rain, don't say it now. Oh, and it's this final sector where you can see Matt Psycho really closing in on Shafty ahead as the car gives it a bit of a wobble. Matt Psycho closing in as they start lap 8 of 12. Still 4 laps to go here. Plenty of racing is left on the table, but Matt Psycho getting definitely closer to the lead of this race. It's looking very tense out there between Shafty and Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho reeling off some more purples. 4/10 behind Shafty. Shafty driving the pants off of his Radical at the moment, but he cannot relent that Matt Psycho. He's just so much pressure. Homesick Alien 9.5 seconds behind these bad boys. It's pulled away from Koikap, who's now 6 seconds ahead of Jokus in 5th. Turtle only a second and a bit behind Jokus in 6th place. Talleyrand we saw getting past Noxie, and Noxie's dropped behind Barry Twins by 3 seconds, and Barry Twins up into 8th place. But at the moment, this is where the battle lies between 1st and 2nd place. As it gets a bit juddery out there, but Shafty still leads from Matt Psycho. Shafty posting his fastest lap with an 18.910, but Matt Psycho obviously 18.6 is his fastest. He did 19.2 last time around. These guys pulled even further away from Homesick Alien, who I assume had a small off, because Koikap was 5 seconds behind him and is now only 2 seconds behind Homesick Alien. So Koikap in the hunt for a podium position here at Goodwood. But Matt Psycho trying to close that gap down on Shafty, but Shafty starting to pick up the pace as we're on lap 9 of 12. We have Matt Psycho only 4/10 behind the American in his Radical. Trying to close that gap, gain a win to join Homesick Alien on the winner's roster for tonight. But Shafty, I think he's already penciled his name in that winner's circle as they come through the chicane. And Shafty holding strong as Homesick Alien in 3rd, dropping even further back from Matt Psycho. He must be right in the tail of Koikap. He isn't. He's still got 2.5 seconds on Koi, but yeah, he's dropped another couple of seconds away from the leaders. So the winner of race 1 looking good for a podium, but he's not going to get in with a chance for the win here. Then Koikap, solid drive up until 4th place. Turtle in 5th. He's got himself ahead of Jokus somewhere along the line. Talleyrand closing in on those guys with 2 laps to go. Nothing is unfathomable. Unless Talleyrand throws his car off, and then he's not going to catch the guys ahead of him. which is what he just did. So, Jokers chasing down Turtle, only a second between them two. Barry Twins 3 seconds ahead of Noxie in 8th and 9th. Shafty 2/10 ahead of Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho closing it right up. He's getting purples. They're on lap 10 of 12. As they come around to finish lap 10 and get on with a lap 11. Quite sharpish between the two of them. Very fast racing between these pair. It's been beautiful to watch. They keep pulling away from the Alien. Homesick Alien cannot keep the pace that they're going at the moment. Oh, I did it again. Sorry, guys. And that Psycho looking for an opportunity to get by Shafty. Shafty doing an absolutely superb job today. He led in the first race. All off, went to the back of the pack and fought his way back up for, I think, 4th or something like that. And he's led this race most of the race, and Matt Psycho now, as the race is coming to a close, has closed up the gap to Shafty. And he's looking eager to get by. I thought Matt Psycho had lost the car then, but no, he's got it all under control. They're pulling away from Homesick Alien, who is now 4 seconds ahead of Koi, who's 6.5 seconds ahead of Jokers, who's 4.5 seconds ahead of Turtle, who's 3.5 seconds ahead of Talleyrand, who's 7.5 seconds ahead of Noxie, who's 4.5 seconds ahead of Barry Twins. So this is where the fight is between these two, Matt Psycho and Shafty, as they go into their final lap. And this is where, if Matt Psycho has got anything up his sleeve, he's got to pull it out now. And Shafty's gone wide. Shafty's gone wide. Oh my lord, he's got himself back on the track. He'll be okay for 2nd place, but Matt Psycho then absolutely lords it into the lead of this race, and Shafty drops to 2nd on the final lap. What a time. What a time to make a mistake. Homesick Alien, 14 seconds adrift of those guys. He's never going to catch him. Koi Carp, 6 seconds behind Homesick Alien in 4th. Turtle is in 5th. He's got himself ahead of Jokers. Jokers has dropped behind Talleyrand. Dropped down to 7th. And Matt Psycho bringing it around now. He's got a couple of corners left to do. Shafty 3 seconds behind him. Oh my lord, heartbreak for Shafty on the final lap. But absolute exhilaration for Matt Psycho as he brings her around the final corners into the chicane to take the race to win. And he dogged Shafty for that. He did. He wouldn't leave him alone. Shafty having to push all the way till the end. And there we go. Great win from Matt Psycho. Shafty crosses the line in 2nd place. Super driving. And Homesick Alien brings her home for 3rd place. Take a boo, my son. Now, well done. Koi Carp grabs himself 4th place, best of the rest. And a great drive from Koi Carp, with Turtle coming home in 5th spot. Solid drive from Turtle there in his Radical. 8th place for Talleyrand, 6th place for Talleyrand, 7th for Jukas, 8th place for Noxie, and Barry Twins comes home in 9th on his final lap, and it's Matt Psycho takes the win for race 2. Now, what goes on here? So, no, nothing changes there. So, it was just by chance that Matt Psycho came 2nd in his car 16. So, I suppose I can come out of it. Is there anywhere to go and look at the results page? Event standings, replay, settings. So, no, we can't go and look at a results page afterwards. It seems, no. Nothing there. Replay, just is save replay. Nothing in the settings, so we go back to spectate. They're sitting all in the pits. They're not allowed to go out in this stint. He doesn't want anyone posting a time, because he wants Talleyrand. He wants to see how the shuffle grid deals with it. So the drivers, it's going to be a short turnaround until they start race 3, and he hopes no one to go out. He's asked if everyone's ready, and they're R'ing up now. 2 R's. Hey, I don't think we've seen any R's. Shafty with a Yee, Barry Twins with an R, Jokers with an R. We nearly got full R's. We got full R's last night, but there was only like 4 cars in it, so it was an easy win for the Empire, it's got to be said. Thingamajig saying Serum Arn Championship. I don't speak Dutch. You've got to Google Translate that stuff for me. Oh, do I have to get my Google Translator out? Serum Arn Championship. We if this var ikle van this best, and there you think more love this car. I think he's saying he's really enjoying this race, if I'd have to guess. Sorry, Turtle, I barely speak English, to tell you the truth. Stop typing, you've got a race. Turtle, stop typing. Got a race. You're not going to have time to post it. Here we go then. Shafty is put on pole. Homesick in 2nd. Turtle in 3rd. Talleyrand 4th. Matt Psycho's been shoved down to 5th. Barry Twins in 6th. Joker's 7th. Noxie in 8th. And, I don't know who we haven't seen. So it just seems random to me. But they're off for another race. Homesick Alien is taken the lead from Shafty early doors. So Homesick Alien takes an early lead with Talleyrand in 3rd. Then we have Matt Psycho in 4th, but Turtle's having a look. Oh, has Homesick had a massive off? He has. He's had a massive off. Oh, he's spinning still. So yeah, Homesick Alien looks to have had an off there and dropped to the pack as Talleyrand is leading now from Shafty. Shafty and Matt Psycho look like they're coming together, and I think Shafty's off as well. There's a few off. It looks like there's no grip out there, and Shafty just gets back on track. He was side by side with Matt Psycho. I didn't see the incident per se, but I just saw he was alongside with Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho though into 2nd. Turtle now in 3rd. Barry is in 4th with Jokers in 5th. Koikarp in 6th place. Shafty gets going again in 7th. Noxie in 8th. And Homesick Alien, who had a really early off, is in 9th place. And Talleyrand leads from Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho trying to close the gap on Talleyrand at the moment. Turtle in 3rd place. Joker's up to 4th. Barry Twins down to 5th. And Talleyrand obviously setting the fastest lap, because he was the fastest man around. He's in the lead. It's not rocket science, but there is Talleyrand. Looks like he's made a small mistake with the Radical. And now we've got Matt Psycho sniffing his exhaust fumes, looking for a way past car number 20. There they go. It looks very greasy out there. Not much grip for these drivers. And Matt Psycho over the curb there, trying to find anything he can. Turtle in 3rd, just ahead of Jokers, who is just ahead of Barry Twins. Lovely little battle here as Barry Twins tries to pull alongside the Ferrari, a liveried, a Radical there, driven by Jokers, and Jokers survives it and stays ahead. Koikarp in 6th with Homesick Alien 7th, Noxie in 8th spot. And it does look like there is a little close competition further back here. No. Shafty is at the back now, 1.6 seconds behind Noxie. Homesick Alien making his way up into 7th. He's getting purples, but it's the 2nd lap. They're all getting purples. It's a ridiculous thing to say. Koikarp in 6th with Barry Twins 5th. trying to catch up with Jokus, who's running well in fourth. Turtle in third place, looking very good for a podium. He's been threatening a podium all evening. And is the final race going to be the one where he gains it? Matt Psycho's in the lead. Talleyrand slipping back into second place. And Talleyrand very close on the chuff of Matt Psycho. And they are battling it out royal at the moment. Beautiful racing between these two competitors. Matt Psycho, though, pulling away a little bit there. 1.3 second lead. Matt Psycho going for his second win of the evening. And that looks breathtaking up ahead there with the... is the sun just rising? I'm not sure what's going on, but it looks very pretty. It has to be said. Oh no, it looks like Talleyrand's made a small mistake. He's got 3 seconds on Turtle. Scrub that, 2.5 seconds on Turtle. And he loses touch a little bit with Matt Psycho, who's pulling away in his Jägermeister liveried Radical. You can see Turtle not too far behind. Talleyrand now 1.6 seconds, with Jokus only 1.9 seconds behind him. And Barry Twins in 5th spot, 3.5 seconds, but 3.7 seconds behind Jokus. He's getting himself some purples though as he makes his way around. Jokus looks to have pulled away a little bit more on this lap than Barry Twins. Koikap in 6th place, nearly 10 seconds behind Barry Twins now. And, Barry Twins, could he be in with the podium shout if he can catch up with Jokus and Turtle? Koikap in 6th, 2 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien, who had an early off on lap 1. Shafty has got himself by Noxie. We saw Shafty having an amazing comeback, but he's some 18 seconds in race 1, but he's some 18 seconds off of Homesick Alien. He's led both races previously, race 1 and race 2. Race 2 really looked like it had his name all over it until the final lap, where it all fell apart for Shafty. And now, early doors, he's having to make a fight back in this race. Matt Psycho now, though, 3.7 seconds ahead of Talleyrand, who's 3 seconds ahead of Turtle, 1.7 seconds ahead of Jokus, who's 4 seconds ahead now of Barry Twins. So spacing out a little bit as Koikap's a monster liveried and Radical makes his way around in 6th place. Homesick Alien definitely looking like he's catching up with Koikap at this point. On board with Homesick Alien as the light disappears here at Goodwood for this third and final race. We can take in the scenery one last time, and oh my lord, Koikap's lost the Radical. He's dropped off the road, and Homesick Alien is up into 6th, but nearly 10 seconds behind Barry Twins, with still, well, a fair amount of laps, 7 laps left to go in this race. Anything can happen. We can see him falling off the roads quite easily. Koikap did get back up and going again. In 7th, he's 10 seconds ahead of Shafty. And so not too bad really for Koi. He's only lost the 1 position. Barry Twins 5 and a bit seconds behind Jokus, who's nearly 2 seconds behind Turtle, who's having a great run at the moment. In 3rd place, we're halfway in the race on lap 6 of 12. Talleyrand 4.2 seconds adrift of Matt Psycho, who's got the fastest lap of the race with an 18.543. And at this point here, I have to say that Matt Psycho's got this one. He's definitely got this one. He's banging to these Radicals, and he seems to be doing a great job out there in the lead of this race. Oh, right. I can see now. Turtle, I don't know why it wasn't coming through. It isn't in Dutch. It says, set up a championship with this car. I know, love Van this beat. And I think more love this car. Oh, the Beetle. I'm not doing Sunday nights, I don't think, anymore. I think Koi Carp, there was discussion. I thought Koi Carp was doing something with the Focuses. So, yeah, I don't do Sundays anymore. Kind of don't do anything anymore. Just do this commentary lark. So Matt Psycho then 4 seconds ahead of Talleyrand. 18.5 last time around from Talleyrand. Matt Psycho 18.9. Turtle 4.5 seconds behind Talleyrand, but he's 9.5 seconds ahead of Barry Twins. So Turtle having an absolute blast of a race, and he said in the chat that he absolutely adores this car. He's bang into this. Joker's in 5th place, 4.5 seconds behind Barry Twins. He's 3 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien. So Homesick Alien. Oh, Barry Twins has got ahead of Coy. Jokers. So Jokers must have had. Oh yeah, he did a 1:27 his last time around. There's a yellow flag ahead. I don't think that's. It is. It's for Talleyrand. Talleyrand's had a mistake. Turtle's up into 2nd place. This is awesome stuff. Talleyrand, it looks like it's just after the chicane, so maybe he's come a cropper in the chicane, down to 3rd, and Barry Twins closing in on him. Can he catch him? His front spoiler is busted on Talleyrand's car for a short while, and he's down to nearly just over a second is Barry Twins. Barry Twins could be trying to get a podium here. Great racing. Binko in the chat saying completely forgot it was a bank holiday. A bank holiday what? Derp. What, does that mean you could have raced tonight, Binko? Oh, that'd be good. It would have been lovely to see you out there. Barry Twins really on the edge now. He's closed right up to Talleyrand, 0.4 of a second. And Talleyrand under pressure for that podium position. Barry Twins really closing in. Thank you. As Barry Twins goes faster than he's gone, but he's backed off in that corner. Talleyrand pulling away, edging away from Barry Twins. Barry Twins setting himself up for a lovely race with Talleyrand. It's only a second behind him. No, Barry Twins just lost a huge chunk of time when I changed camera angles. I don't know what happened there. But now Talleyrand's some 5 seconds ahead. Ooh, Talleyrand's playing dare with the edge of the track. That is such an awful camera angle when they disappear around there. So, Barry Twins, 5.3 seconds behind Talleyrand now. Joker's under massive threat from Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien, well, what a drive back from him after his first lap dilemma. Come on, change camera, because that is awful. There you go. And, oh no, Homesick Alien though, has he done an avoiding action of Joker's? Just driven the Radical, and it's turned in a little too much, and he's had a small off there, and that gives Joker's a little bit of respite. He can take a breath. Now, as Homesick Alien drops back 2.7 seconds behind him, Koi Carp has only got Shafty 1.5 seconds behind. Shafty on an absolute drive and a half. Just for 7th place, he makes life hard for himself. Does the American? And he's got the pace to win these races, but he seems to fall off the track here and there. And he's coming up against 7th place Koi Carp at the moment. Koi Carp 25.6 his last time around, lost a big chunk of time in that lap 8 as Shafty closes in and sets up Koi Carp for a manoeuvre. Koi Carp crosses the line with a 20.8, but it's a 19.1 from Shafty. and he's only half a second now behind Coy, putting some pressure on the Coy Carp. And how much can he soak up? Binko in the chat saying, yeah, I would have raced tonight had I remembered. Oh well, never mind. Oh well. We've got to get something on Sundays, haven't we, sorted out? I thought we'd be doing I think there was something to do with the focuses on GT7. But I'm not sure. I'll have to PM Corey and ask him what is the schnizzle on the nizzle. So Noxie in 9th place. He's just gone faster than he's gone in this race with a 20.093. He's 24 seconds behind Shafty, who's only 3/10 behind Coy at this point. It's getting hot in here, and Shafty are looking very, very off the road at the moment. And can he get on before the chicane? Can he not? Whoa, how did he make that? I mean, he lost a chunk of time, granted, but I thought he was going to be in the wall for sure, and he didn't. He didn't hit the wall at all, I think. He did a great job there. Coy Carp, though, only 1.7 seconds behind Jokus, and Jokus doing a 27.8 his last time around. He's in trouble. He's definitely in trouble. Homesick Alien now up into 5th place, 6.2 seconds behind Barry Twins, who we're seeing off the track at the moment. Oh my God, they're all slipping around, I think. It's looking very slippy out there. As this race draws to an end, Barry Twins only 3 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien on an absolute push at the moment. Talleyrand 3.7 seconds behind Turtle, who's 16 seconds behind Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho on his final lap. He's just started his final lap as Turtle crosses the line to start his final lap in 2nd place. Can Turtle hold on to that 2nd spot? He's 3 seconds ahead of Talleyrand, so he'd have to throw it off to lose it. Barry Twins pushing the hell out of his car, and he's got a Homesick Alien closing in on him. He's less than a second now, and they've got one more lap to do. Can Barry Twins hold on to that 4th place from Homesick Alien? Jokus is 5th place, and he's being dogged by Coy. Coy catching him up, very much so, as they all start their final lap, and it's looking very tight between a few of these guys. Coy only 4/10 behind Jokus. Homesick Alien only 3/10 behind Barry Twins. Homesick Alien then zeroing in on the Belgium ahead of him, trying to get it racy. But Barry Twins seems to be doing just enough. And I think, oh no, I've missed it, hang on. Matt Psycho's just crossed the line to take the win, ahead of Turtle in 2nd place. Turtle did lose a second to Talleyrand, but he's got hold of it. Talleyrand there, he's all right. And Turtle takes 2nd place. Great stuff from Turtle, great drive. And Talleyrand takes 3rd. Take a boom, my son. Barry Twins, is he holding on for that 4th place? It seems like it. He's got about a second on the Alien, and Barry Twins keeps hold of the best of the rest in 4th. Does he? As he gets to the line, and he does in 4th. Homesick Alien brings it home in 5th place with Coy Carp in 6th. It was Jokus the yellow flag. We didn't know what the yellow flag was for. Coy Carp comes across in 6th spot. Shafty in 7th. Coy must have had a small off. Jokus brings it home in 8th, and Noxie finishing in 9th place. And that was 3 glorious races around Goodwood, and what a lot of fun we had with that. Indeedly doodly. And there is no results page to go to, so I don't know, we just round it up here, I suppose. And Talleyrand saying, search for the Virtual Racers Club on everything, any social media. Give it a go, something will pop up. And yeah, we had a great 3 races here this evening, as we look at some nice shots of the Goodwood, because there's no results page to go to, so we may as well just look at the fancy shots of Goodwood racetrack in the Discord. Matt Psycho and Shafty congratulating each other on good races. Homesick Alien once more. I don't want to wrap up too quick then. No, I'll wrap up even if they have another race. It's nearly 9:30. So that was it. That was GT7, ladies and gents, live streamed. It wasn't that bad, was it? Well, I don't know. I'll try and watch it back and see if it was jank or okay. So what other racing have we got for you coming up? Well, on Tuesday evening, we have, for your pleasure, the Ferraris, if I can find them. It's in alphabetical order, that's how bad I am. So the Ferraris, the Ferrari Sprint Trophy, will be racing at Spa. So keep an eye out for that. I don't know, anything that's happening on Thursday, I don't think I know of anything or heard of anything or any other day. So that's all I can tell you. Next week is we've got the Ferrari Sprint Trophy for sure at Spa, and that's all I know. So thank you for joining us. That's all right, Talleyrand. Thank you for joining us here at the Virtual Racers Club, and let's hope we see some more GT7 races in the future, because as bad as the a bit of lagging was and the control system for doing the commentary, it does look very pretty. It looks very pretty indeed. Anyway, I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Mike Rochburns. Thank you for joining us here at the VRC. You can check everything out, Virtual Racers Club, at www.virtualracersclub.co.uk. And it's goodbye from me. Oh, he's ended the game. So, yeah, peace and love. Peace and